Hi everybody and welcome back again. Now, I did a quick short video on, I think it was Sunday, about whether the UK authorities should arrest Netanyahu if he was to come to the UK. So if he was to land at Heathrow Airport, travelling back from Israel, is there an argument that he should be arrested? Because obviously the ICC issued an arrest warrant for him for crimes that he committed, primarily against Palestine, of what's gone on over the last year. Now, back end of last week, Keir Starmer and our useless Foreign Secretary both got asked whether they would make the Met actually arrest him. Now, neither one of them would actually give an answer because, to be honest, most politicians are incapable of giving an answer to anything, especially if they're in government. That's just living in cloud cuckoo land, expecting them to give a sensible or any sort of answer at the end of the day. So I decided, as I said, I put a video up, just a quick video, so asking what people think. Now, when it comes to my own opinion, I think you've got no choice. Because, some people may say I'm wrong in everything, but are you going to go down the route of picking and choosing who you're going to arrest if somebody commits a crime? Whether they're guilty or not, that's not for us to make that decision, but there's an arrest warrant. How many people down the street that have got arrest warrants? I don't actually know if anybody down the road from me has actually got an arrest warrant. Are you going to pick and choose whether you arrest them? I very much doubt that they do that. So then this becomes about politics and how political you want to be. Because the problem is the UK and America especially have supported Israel for an awful long time, just especially against Palestine. Whether that's right or wrong, I'm not going to make a judgment on that. Because I've never really completely understood the problems when it comes to Israel and Palestine. I personally believe that Israel are making a big mistake by making so many enemies out in the Middle East at the moment, because at the end of the day, you've got one Jewish state surrounded by a lot of Muslim states. And it's like I said to my father, and this is something some people can disagree with if they want, is what's stopping all them Muslim states ganging up together and then trying to take on Israel? And a lot of them states have got nukes. Everybody's concerned about Third World War. It's like I said, I'm not concerned about Russia and Ukraine too much. Putin may be an absolute moron and an idiot. Can't see him actually pressing the button. He may do. I very much doubt it. But them out there, they are crazy enough to go and press the button. And obviously the other side of the coin, I'm old enough to remember back in the 80s and the 90s when you had all the suicide bombers. And I appreciate those times have changed. American presidents did a lot to bring a lot of peace to the Middle East. When Yasser Arafat and all those types of leaders went to America and, drew up treaties at the end of the day to bring peace to that neck of the woods. Now, obviously, like I said, I remember times when I'd get up in the morning, turn on the BBC News. So what's the news in the morning? This is before we had Sky News or any of that kind of stuff. And you would hear about some bus a bit blown up because some guy had got onto a bus in Israel. It wasn't just Israel, there were other countries, but for this example, he used Israel and blew himself up. So it's nothing new. A lot of people talk about, Al Qaeda and all that type of stuff, doing that type of thing. It's nothing new. It's been going on for donkey's years, using suicide bombers. But I remember those days of waking up in the morning and that kind of thing had happened, and a load of school kids had been blown up. And to be honest, never really understood, still to this day. And I'm not exactly a young lad, I still don't really completely understand it. But what can be done? To be honest, I ain't got a clue. I ain't got a Scooby-Doo what you can do about resolving the problem. But when it comes to the fundamental problem of whether he should be arrested or not, that's why it becomes political. And Israel, traditionally, they've never really cared about the rule of law. The things that their secret services, which is no different to the Americans with the CIA or the FBI or MI5 or MI6 have done, they've probably broken loads of laws. Well, I know that as a fact. Israel's secret services have broken lots of laws. That go down in the history books. But it's no different to us or Americans or any other country at the end of the day. So, should he be arrested? I would say yes. I know there's a lot of political commentators that will disagree with me. Fundamentally, they will disagree and say we should be supporting them. But if he's broken the law, he's broken the law. And if we're going to go on this high horse of being about the law, we have no choice, in my view. We have to arrest him. Now, will he come to the UK? I very much doubt it. I doubt he's really going to come to any country where he's going to be at risk of arrest at the end of the day, because there is an international arrest warrant for him. It's no different to Putin. Yeah, he'll go to China, but he's not going to be arrested in China or North Korea or somewhere like that. Putin certainly would come to the UK because he knows he's going to be arrested. So what can they do at the moment? At the end of the day, I'd suggest that our government need to grow a backbone and a pair of balls and actually say what they do. But I can't see them doing it because of the political consequences that will probably come their way at the end of the day. So time will tell. I don't really have that much faith in Keir Starmer. I'm hoping Keir Starmer can actually change my mind. I especially don't have much faith in David Lammy. Never really seen anything out of him to prove me otherwise. And that's another case in fact. I hope he can change my mind and he becomes a fantastic Foreign Secretary. I very much doubt he will. But anything's possible. I always like to think anything's possible. So I'm just going to quickly wrap it up. Let me know what you do think. If you think I'm wrong, tell me why I am wrong. Just put it in the comments down below. But for now, thanks for listening and we'll speak to you again a bit later.